Joining us now is Dr. Nirav Shah, the CDC director for the state of Maine. Dr. Shah, good morning to you. Thanks so much for speaking with us. I want to dive right in here because the deadline was yesterday for states to finalize their plans for where doses of the Pfizer vaccine will be sent. The Moderna deadline next Friday. Tell us about the key components of your plan in Maine and how confident are you that it will work?
The two key components that we used as we were thinking about where we should divert or pre-position the first doses of vaccine were as follows. We looked for hospitals where, one, there was the requisite ultra cold storage capacity, and two, the ability to make sure that they could vaccinate large numbers of their staff very quickly. Our guiding principles for these first week or two of vaccines are to vaccinate the most vulnerable folks in our state, as well as the people who care for them, healthcare providers. We've got a high degree of confidence in our plan, even though we know this will be a gargantuan task.
So we know there are a lot of moving parts here, but is there a date circled on the calendar when you hope people will get those first shots?
We've been told by our colleagues at Operation Warp Speed and the US CDC to be ready to receive vaccine as soon as the week of December 14th. Of course, there are many unknown variables there, such as if or when the US FDA authorizes the vaccine and what the transport time may be. But our view is that this is like a relay race. And anytime you're passing off the baton to one person for the other, the first person in line's got to start running. We're starting to run so that whenever the baton hits us, we're ready to take off.
That's a good way to put it. You've also been very vocal about the need for the federal government to step up and provide more funding to the states for vaccine distribution. You said this, quote, "Without those additional resources, it will be like putting up tent poles without having a tent." What do you mean by that? What's still needed?
This will, again, be such a monumental logistical and communications task. The more resources that we can have from the federal government, those will enable us to achieve our goals of vaccinating with velocity and equity that much more quickly and effectively. Additional funding or resources are really needed to do things like making sure we have a sufficient number of vaccinators, making sure that we've got the right IT systems to keep track and remind people of when they need to get the second dose, ensuring we have resources to set up the types of vaccine clinics that you're showing on the screen now, and making sure that we've got a plan in place to ensure we can communicate with folks. All of those things don't happen by accident. They happen because they were sufficiently resourced and planned through, and that's where we are right now.
Quickly, just to follow up, though, do you feel like you're getting those resources, or if you don't get what you need, could there be delays?
We'll get the job done either way. That's what my department, what my agency do on every single day basis. We come in every day and we achieve what seems like the impossible, so we'll get it done. I've spoken personally with members of our congressional delegation to advocate for the need for additional resources. We've communicated that to the administration right now. We understand that there are discussions in the works, but right now it's nearing a critical phase. We want to, again, make sure that as soon as the baton gets handed to us, we're ready to run.
And again, so much riding on all of this. Dr. Shah, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.